Another Friday night, and just as SmackDown hits the air, so does Beef Sticks Podcast Live with your hosts, Paystee White, and this is my co-host here, Fat Mack. What's going on, pal?
What is up? What is up? What is up? This has been quite an interesting week with not a lot of news, but a little bit of news has a lot to go with it.
Yes.
On top of that,
continuation from last week's breaking story, if you will.
Whew. And we've had a hell of a pay-per-view that we just seen. We also got what we hope is a hell of a pay-per-view coming up. Paystee, and with that being said, I got a special little beer for the evening that I want to drop because I almost forgot my special little beer last week, and we just cannot be doing that on Beef Sticks Podcast.
No, we can't, and it should be at the top of the show where it matters, on a pedestal. What you got?
Yes, just like R. Kelly, it's on a pedophile. We've got Shell's Snowstorm. Yes, this is the limited edition that comes out every season. This is the first batch that just popped out. I got it right away when it came into the local liquor store here. It is a red ale. This is the 2019-2020 edition. And Paystee, as every Midwesterner knows, no two snowstorms are ever alike. And that's what makes this brew so special. It's a reddish amber ale for the seasoned winter veteran who can withstand even the coldest of days.
Well, that's not you.
I know. But delicious malt flavors and a crisp hop finish, well, that's me. And that'll leave you asking one question. Were you prepared for the storm, baby?
I love it. It's a little early. I don't want you to bring that snowstorm to my door yet. But, talking about out of season, I just got my first half gallon of eggnog today.
Eggnogging!
Yes! And that's not what I'm drinking tonight, folks. It is back to Evan Williams and Cola.
Evan Williams!
He's a good friend of mine. And he could be a good friend of yours, too. Visit your local liquor store today. He's Jim Beam's cheaper cousin.
But there's other places you should visit online, Paystee.
Yes, indeed. And, of course, we're talking about QualiTee's T-shirt company of Wilmer, Minnesota. Wilmer Mania 2 is coming up real soon. Get your tickets now while you can. See the amazing talent of Team Bad Decision performing halftime at a wrestling show. That's right, folks. Good old Minnesota hip-hop on the roster. QualiTees brings you the finest quality custom tees with sublimation, heat transfer, vinyl, and decals. Shirts for any occasion. Not to mention, he's got his own lines of t-shirts, including Bully Brand, supporting Pitbull awareness since 2017.
Pitbull awareness, folks. When Pitbull comes on your radio dial, change the channel.
Change it.
It's an important cause.
It's the worst when he comes on your SummerSlam.
Oh! Although I do love Timber with him and Kesha, I ain't gonna lie. That's my cut. I gotta sing along.
Let's hear
it's going down. We're yelling timber. You're gonna move. You're gonna dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you don't forget. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Speaking of the one you don't forget, that's Monster Wear Clothing. My good friend Corey Matthews is making some crazy moves right now, getting his record label back on track, running Monster Wear Clothing, and numerous other projects I'm not at liberty to discuss with you just yet. But check out Monster Wear Clothing for all your small runner bulk orders on decals, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, glassware, jerseys, and many other types and styles of fabric. Along with custom graphics and logo design services offered, Monster Wear is that one-stop shop for all the shit you guap when you need to rep your own. Monster Wear does it nice. High-quality products, quick turnaround times, and locally sourced near the Twin Cities. But,
nice.
Hey, Mac, this is usually the part of the show where I'd let you go on with This Week in Pro Wrestling History, but there's more!
Oh, no!
Yes, indeed. We've got a new partnership with Badass Beard Care. That's right, for all you bearded brethren and sisters. Feel free to go to Badass Beard Care and claim your free sample pack using promo code BeefSticksPodcast 829, folks. Spelt just how you would expect it. BeefSticksPodcast 829. And when you do, it's a great way to help our podcast without costing you $1. I do lie there, of course, because you do have to pay for shipping. But it's literally, I think, $1.49. Not bad when you get a free sample pack, mine included, beard wash. It's very menthol eucalyptus-y, and it stays with you. It's great. You can feel it clearing out your nostrils as you wash. I got their sandalwood beard oil. It's very mild, and it's nice. And then their beard balm. And the three of which combined have made my beard softer than it's ever been before.
And folks, not only is the products top quality products that we love, but they also come in the most entertaining and amusing bottles, designs, containers, and it's just badass.
Yes, indeed. And your free sample pack will also come with a Badass Beard Care Don't Fear the Beard sticker, complete with a badass ass, as well as a guitar pick. And now you might be saying, I don't play guitar. No, homie. This is to scoop out your mustache wax and your beard balm for those of you who don't have prolific fingernails. Because a lot of us men like to chew on them.
Or just, take care of them like I do.
Well, then you can use your fingernails. But for the rest
No,
of us...
I take care of them so they're short.
Okay, fine.
But I clip them with the clippers, and then I file them with a file, and then I put a soft gloss over top of them so that they stay strong and shiny.
You should
and
not
that's
be...
the way real men do their nails.
We'll be back with a new sponsor next week, Badass Fingernail Care, the cutest cuticle kit.
No, it's bad bitch fingernail care. Get it right, boy.
It's the cutest cuticle kit.
You damn right. Oh, folks, and that does bring us into This Week in Pro Wrestling History. And we had to put this one in because this is just off the heels of Election Day this year back on Tuesday. I hope you all went to your voting booths and voted if there was something to vote on. In fact, there was something in my local area that lost by a large amount because people don't care about the children. And it was very sad. But on This Week in Pro Wrestling History on November 4th, 1998.
A day we'll always remember here in Minnesota.
Of course, because that's the day that Jesse Ventura, running as an independent candidate on the Reform Party ticket, defeated Democrat Hubert Humphrey III and Republican Norm Coleman to become the governor of Minnesota. Yes, Ventura, who would later change his nickname from The Body to The Mind, made headlines nationwide with his victory telling supporters, "We shocked the world."
From the body to the mind to the husk, is that what you'd call him these days?
I don't know.
He's not the mind anymore.
No. The
bald. From the body to the mind to the bald.
But he definitely was one of the best governors we ever had.
Yes.
He was one of, if not the first independent candidate to win in recent history, at least, since it's been a two-party system.
Let's not overcast the fact that Jesse Ventura paved the way for governors such as Arnold Schwarzenegger and presidents like Donald Trump.
Oh, 100%.
And senators like Al Franken.
The only difference is I think Ventura probably knew politics better than them and probably cared about the people more than them.
Yeah.
As far as Trump goes, we can guarantee it.
I would say he hasn't played wrestling gimmicks like Glenn Jacobs has, but I'm pretty sure as soon as he was governor, he was back on Raw for an episode or so.
Oh, he did.
I do remember.
He was a referee, and he refereed the match. It was a Hulk Hogan match, I'm pretty sure, but I might be making that up. But
it sounds pretty close to right.
Nonetheless, it's definitely a moment in history. Of course, we're from Minnesota, so to us it's a giant moment in history. But just in general, for an independent candidate to win the gubernatorial, hey, how do you like that one?
Yes.
The gubernatorial
Gotta say
ticket.
it like Arnold, though.
Gubernatorial. And just the fact that he got in, but he was amazing. Education funding went up. Test scores went up immensely. Homeless went down. Unemployment went down. He was on top of everything that at least I really care about, and it was just so awesome. And he's a proponent for recreational marijuana use, which he
Very
supports
much
and
so.
freely does.
Yes, you should check out his episode on Joe Rogan's podcast. That's good. That's right. I'm shouting out other podcasts on this podcast. Deal with it. It's awesome, though. Probably my favorite governor, but I don't really local politic much. It's hard enough to keep my eye on everything else.
I hear you. But basically talking about shouting out other podcasts, we got another good Token JRR. This is our Jim Ross ramblings from one of his recent episodes from his Grilling JR podcast. And this is I don't think it's the best one we've had, because the most fun, I think, was when he was just going off on Johnny Ace. But this one really, I love the way it ends. It just makes me laugh and giggle every time the way this one ends. He starts, this is a classic JR. He starts, we don't want to give it any backstory. Let's just let him listen.
Yes, enjoy this, whatever the fuck it is.
So, yeah, it was a challenging thing. Hey, I remember one of the funniest conversations. If you talk to Bruce sometimes, which I know you do, because you do a podcast with him every Friday, I'm sure glad I'm the nice guy of your team that promotes other guys' shit. And fucking guys like Bruce and Eric don't do shit for us. Because this son of a bitch won't plug what we're doing here, folks, on Thursdays. But I just, Bruce was, we were talking about Bruce did something I was going to say. He did something really good, but maybe I was a figment of my imagination.
I mean, the poor guy, he's worse than you.
He didn't even get off on another topic. He stayed on the same topic and forgot what he was talking about.
I know, he's worse than you. It's like every now and then he'll take a side road and get off topic. And like you said, he didn't really get off topic on his own. But it's like, at least you bring it back. Like, he just doesn't know where he went. He's like, I was saying something about Bruce. He did something positive. Wow. It's just, and the worst part is it's a good podcast that's entertaining to listen to. Like almost any other person doing a podcast who came off like this, that weekly we could come up with shit that's pretty funked up. You would think would be a horrible podcast to listen to. It's super entertaining. Oh, the guy went off again on AEW this week. What was he complaining about this week now? You know what? I don't remember. But he just lays it all out there. He doesn't give a shit who he pisses off. He really doesn't.
Right. The podcast isn't owned by AEW.
No, not at all. It's Westwood One.
Yes. So it's owned by Chris Jericho.
No. Oh, Paystee. But that is one of the best reasons to listen to podcasts this week other than ours.
Yes. And these are the best reasons to watch wrestling this week, because we all need it sometimes.
And we all, as we've said before, this is kind of a reminder for those of you who, a lot like us even, it's our job to pay attention to wrestling. You can only, in this environment nowadays, you can only consume so much. The average person has to get up and work. They have to cook. They have to clean. They have to take care of kids. They have to do yard work and shovel snow here pretty soon. And on top of that, maybe you want to just watch a sitcom or a drama also. So you might not be able to consume all of the hours of wrestling each week.
Right. God forbid you just started season 5 of Breaking Bad.
Exactly. So my best friend and my lover, Paystee White, and myself take our time to sit down and watch various wrestling shows, and we don't get to watch them all.
No.
But we'll tell you what we feel are the best reasons to watch what. And maybe you only go down and watch this episode and only this match even. But do it, because we think you should. Duh.
Yeah.
What's our first one, Paystee?
Yeah, of course, it's Impact Wrestling.